Ke dalam tangan-Mu ku serahkan diriku, ya Tuhan penyelamatku.
Kisah dari seorang imam yang saya bertemu.
I was in Mexico giving a priest retreat many years ago with a father, with an Italian captain. Father, he's from the Popes. Father Casalemesa. So
saya ada di Meksiko dan sedang berbicara dengan Father Casalemesa yang seorang Capuchin.
Since my interpreter didn't arrive, I had to look around at this 300 priests and find a priest who could speak English.
Jadi penerjemah saya belum datang dan saya harus lihat di antara 300 imam di situ untuk mencari seorang yang bisa berbahasa Inggris.
So this priest said, "Oh, I speak English."
Lalu dia bilang, saya berbicara Inggris.
My name is Onesimo.
Saya namanya Onesimo.
And I thought, what a hard name for me to remember, because I'm not good at names. I call everybody Father.
Namanya sangat sulit untuk diingat.
So since there were 300 fathers, I couldn't say to see Father.
Ini ada di antara 300 imam dan yang ini susah.
Anyway, Father Onesimo said, "Are you sure I'll be all right to translate for you?"
Onesimo bertanya, apakah benar saya bisa menjadi
He
penerjemahmu?
said, "You don't know my story."
Kamu tidak tahu cerita saya.
So I said, "Well, tell me afterwards."
Ceritakan nanti.
And he told me that he's from Mexico.
Dia dari Meksiko.
And he was ordained maybe 20 years before.
Dia ditabiskan kurang lebih 20 tahun.
And he was full of enthusiasm and zeal.
Penuh dengan semangat.
And as time went on, he got very involved with the poor and liberation theology and freeing the poor.
Dan sejalannya waktu dia semakin terlibat dengan orang-orang miskin, kaum bapa dan dengan teologi kebebasan.
And he said he built all kinds of buildings.
Dia membangun berbagai macam bangunan.
And he was doing a lot of things for the poor.
Dia melakukan banyak hal untuk kaum bapa.
And he said, I grew very angry at the capitalists and people who came into our country, factories, and I was so angry with all these people that had a lot of money.
Saya sungguh marah dengan orang-orang yang datang membangun pabrik di negara ini.
And he said, I came to the point in my priesthood that I had time to say Mass, and I just said Mass on Sunday, but I was working so busy.
Dan sampai ke suatu titik di mana saya tidak ada lagi waktu untuk hal-hal yang sifat imamat. Bisa saja hanya hari Minggu dan hari biasa seperti tidak ada waktu lagi untuk misa.
He said, well, I was very busy going to liberate the poor and help them.
Saya sungguh sibuk untuk membebaskan para orang miskin ini.
The poor were going to the Pentecostal from my church.
Yang miskin ini semua pergi ke gereja Pentakosta meninggalkan gereja saya.
They were going
mencari Yesus.
And I was so busy getting them material help.
Dan saya begitu sibuknya untuk mencarikan bantuan material bagi mereka.
And he said, you know, sister, my intentions were really good,
Suster, intensi saya sungguh baik,
but I lost my faith.
tapi saya kehilangan iman
But I
saya.
didn't know it.
Saya tidak tahu, tidak sadar.
One day something extraordinary happened to me.
Sampai suatu hari sesuatu yang luar biasa terjadi di diri
He
saya.
said, on Sunday morning, I'm celebrating Mass.
Pagi-pagi hari Minggu saya misa.
He said, Mass had just become a function. I celebrate Mass. That's it.
Misa sepertinya fungsional saja. Saya menyelenggarakannya seperti
He said,
biasa.
you can become so blind, I was going to do the real work after I got the Mass over.
Bisa saya begitu buta sehingga saya akan membacakan bacaannya setelah misa.
He said, what I didn't know, that a lot of the people in my parish were begging Jesus to help me because they saw they weren't getting much of anything of the faith.
Yang saya tidak sadari bahwa banyak orang di paroki saya mendoakan saya supaya saya bisa berubah.
I kept thinking, why are we so ungrateful? Look at all I'm getting them.
Saya bertanya, mengapa mereka sungguh tidak berterima kasih dengan saya melakukan begitu banyak hal untuk mereka.
But Father Paul has already said, we're made for much more than just material things.
Padre Paul mengatakan kita begitu membutuhkan lebih daripada kebutuhan material yang kita.
And people will look to satisfy that hunger in other places.
Dan para umat mencari untuk memuaskan kehausan itu di tempat lain.
And you know, at the time when he's telling me this,
Dan dia mengatakan ini
he
waktu
said, you know, millions left the Catholic Church in South America.
dan berjuta-juta orang meninggalkan gereja Katolik di
And the
Amerika.
seminaries were full of men who were full of this freedom of the poor, option for the poor.
Dan di seminari penuh dengan orang-orang muda yang sungguh terbakar untuk membebaskan orang miskin dari kemiskinan.
Which is very much important in the church and to the Lord.
Dan memang ini sangat penting di gereja dan untuk Tuhan.
But it has to have a balance.
Tapi harus ada keseimbangan.
And at that time, as Onesme was going through his time, Pope St. John Paul, now, he was aware there's something radically wrong.
Dan saat itu terjadi bagi Pater Onesimo, Yohanes Paulus II, Santo, dia juga menyadari bahwa ada sesuatu yang salah.
And he came down to Latin America on a visit.
Dan dia pergi ke Latin Amerika mengunjungi.
And one of the cardinals told me, the Pope looked at all these bishops he had gathered.
Dan satu kardinal mengatakan kepada Paus saat dia bertemu dengan mereka,
And a large gathering of priests as well.
dan di pertemuan dengan para imam
He
besar,
said, brothers, there's something not right.
saudaraku, ada sesuatu yang salah.
Why are our Catholics flocking to Pentecostalism?
Kenapa banyak orang Katolik meninggalkan dan pergi ke gereja
He
Pantekosta?
said, why isn't Jesus at the center of your life as a priest and a bishop?
Kenapa Yesus tidak menjadi pusat dalam imamatmu?
There are thousands of social workers,
Dan begitu jutaan ratusan ribuan sosial worker.
many good people in the church
Banyak orang yang baik di gereja
who will help the poor.
yang akan membantu orang miskin. Yesus, kasihan Yesus gitu.
But and many people can do wonderful things for the poor.
Banyak yang bisa melakukan hal-hal yang baik untuk orang miskin.
And it is important that the church has always been leaders in charitable corporate works of mercy.
Dan penting untuk gereja menjadi pemimpin bagi liberasi orang-orang miskin.
But he's saying you're not social workers.
Tapi kalian bukan pekerja sosial.
You are much more.
Kalian lebih.
Because you are called to bring Jesus to the poor and the rich, to everybody.
Karena kalian dipanggil untuk membawa Yesus bagi orang.
And Onesimo said, you know, Sister Breach, God was very merciful to me.
Ini semua mengatakan, Sister Bridge, Tuhan begitu murah hatinya kepada
I
saya.
was close to leaving the priesthood.
Saya sudah dekat untuk meninggalkan imamat.
And one Sunday morning, I was in the parish,
Satu pagi di paroki,
and I about to celebrate Mass.
saya akan merayakan misa hari Minggu.
I had no expectancy. I didn't expect anything.
Saya tidak ada ekspektasi iman apa-apa hari itu.
But I got up to make an announcement,
Saya membuat suatu pengumuman.
and I found myself speaking about something that I was shocked.
Saya tiba-tiba menemukan diri saya berbicara sesuatu dan saya sendiri shock.
I said, next Sunday morning
Saya katakan minggu besok
at 10:30 Mass,
di misa 10.30
bring all your sick,
bawalah semua orang sakit.
because Jesus is going to perform signs and wonders next Sunday.
Karena Yesus akan melakukan mukjizat minggu depan.
And he said, can you imagine, since which I'm thinking, have you lost your mind?
Kamu bisa bayangkan, apakah saya sudah kehilangan akal sehat saya?
And he made the announcement loud and clear.
Dia berikan itu pengumuman jelas.
So we come into the sacristy,
Dia pergi ke sakristi.
and the sacrist was a little man there, little man with no education much.
Dan di sakristi ada satu bapak kecil yang tidak punya edukasi.
And the little sacrist was all excited.
Dan sedian di sakristi itu dia bersukaria.
Next Sunday we're going to have miracles in church.
Minggu depan kita akan melihat suatu mukjizat di gereja.
And Father Mercy said, oh my God, what
Oh
did I do?
Tuhan, apa yang telah aku lakukan?
And he said, I became a nervous wreck.
Saya mau nervous breakdown.
And he said, I don't know, I lost it. Why did I say that?
Saya parah sekali saya bisa bilang begitu.
And then the sergeant said, but you didn't say you were going to do it. You told us Jesus was going to do it.
Tapi kamu tidak katakan bahwa kamu akan melakukannya. Kamu katakan bahwa Yesus akan melakukannya.
What are you worried about?
Kenapa kamu khawatir?
And he said, I'm looking at him and I'm thinking, you know,
Saya tiba-tiba melihat dia. Saya pikir, benarkah?
the first thing he thought was the bishop.
Dia pikir pertama-tama adalah
He thought
uskup.
all the things that could happen.
Apa dia pikirkan apa yang akan terjadi dengan
And
Bapak?
he said, Sister Reed, every fear I had happened.
Sister Brit, semua ketakutan ada saya terjadi saat itu.
During the week, there were calls, people were getting plans to bring plane loads of people in. Sick were coming from the hospital and it was getting out of hand for me.
Dan selama minggu itu telepon masuk, semua orang merencanakan datang berbondong-bondong dari segala tempat untuk mendapatkan kesembuhan.
I was so close to running away.
Saya dekat sekali, saya sudah hampir melarikan diri.
But he said, Sunday morning comes,
Lalu minggu pagi itu pun tiba.
and I get to my parish, it's out in the middle of, some small place, and it's packed with cars and buses.
Paroki saya itu kecil, tempat yang jauh, tapi sekarang sudah penuh sampai luar-luar semua penuh.
He said, I go over to the sacristy door and I look out from the church.
Saya lihat dari pintu sakit saya yang kecil, saya menengok keluar.
And he said, the only consolation was my mother and father were in the front pew.
Hiburan saya, konsolasi saya bahwa saya lihat mama dan papa saya itu ada di barisan depan.
And he said, the sacristan is there all excited.
Ya, sakristan saya itu benar-benar excited.
And I'm nervous to go out and say Mass.
Saya sangat nervous, khawatir untuk melakukan misa.
What am I going to do if nothing happens?
Apa yang saya lakukan kalau tidak ada yang terjadi?
And he said, this little sacristan kept saying, but Father, Jesus said he was going to do it. You're not going to do it. He was getting impatient with the priest.
Tapi seseorang bilang, bukan kamu yang melakukan itu, Yesus yang melakukannya.
So the first thing he went out,
Lalu pertama dia pergi,
he felt nothing now.
dia tidak merasakan
So he
apa-apa.
blessed himself.
Dia memberkati dirinya sendiri.
And the next thing, a blind man said, oh Father, I can see you.
Lalu tiba-tiba orang buta satu mengatakan, oh,
I
saya bisa melihat engkau.
all these miracles started happening.
Semua mukjizat itu terjadi.
He said for all kinds of deformities, it was like a spectacular festival of miracles in his church.
Dan semua segala macam kecatatan apapun, semua terjadi di situ seperti sebuah bonanza mukjizat.
And I'm fighting with myself.
Dan saya bertempur dengan diri
I'm
sendiri.
the one who doesn't believe.
Saya,
I'm the one who doesn't believe.
karena saya adalah yang tidak percaya.
Because I don't feel anything.
Karena saya tidak merasakan apa-apa.
I'm just celebrating Mass.
Saya akhir misa,
by this time, he had already been touched by the power of the Spirit.
dia sudah dijamah oleh Roh Kudus.
People went home,
Orang-orang sudah ke rumah,
everybody was talking about it.
semua ucap.
Everybody was saying, did you hear about what happened in Father Onesimus' parish?
Semua membicarakan apa yang terjadi di paroki Pater Onesimus.
So 3 days later,
3 hari kemudian,
he gets a call from the chancery.
dia dapat telepon dari
The
Chancery.
bishop wants to see you.
Bapak Uskup mau bertemu Anda.
So he goes down to the bishop,
Dia pergi bertemu Bapak.
and the bishop said to him,
Bapak Uskup.
Onesimus, what is going on up in your parish?
Pater Onesimus, orang semua apa yang terjadi di paroki Anda?
All the priests are calling the chancery.
Semua imam menelepon.
And he said, what are you doing?
Apa yang kamu lakukan?
Father Onesimus said, it's the first time I looked at the bishop and said, Bishop, I didn't do anything. Jesus did it all.
Pertama kali saya katakan kepada Bapak Uskup, Bapak Uskup, saya tidak melakukan apa-apa. Yesus semua yang melakukan itu.
He said, it works.
Dan itu bekerja.
I didn't do anything.
Saya tidak lakukan apa-apa.
So the next week,
Minggu depan,
the place is even larger crowds.
tempat itu bahkan menjadi lebih besar.
But there was no spectacular miracles.
Tapi tidak ada mukjizat.
Onesimus got the most powerful gift of preaching about Jesus.
Dan Onesimus mendapatkan karunia terbesar untuk mewartakan Tuhan dalam
He was
preaching.
completely transformed.
Dia benar-benar diubah.
10 months later,
10 bulan kemudian,
now when I met him, this had happened maybe not very long before.
ini terjadi tidak begitu lama saat saya bertemu dengan dia.
And he said, Sister, my parish is flying. Doing great.
Paroki saya terbang luar biasa.
And all has a rich and poor coming to the parish.
Saya kaya yang miskin semua datang ke gereja.
And then, the next time I met Onesimus
Dan kali berikutnya saya bertemu dengan Ibu,
was as a bishop.
dia seorang uskup.
And what happened
Apa yang terjadi?
was, a short time later, the nuncio called Onesimus.
Dan Nuncio bertemu dengan
And he said that
Onesimus.
the Holy Father would like you to begin a new diocese.
Bapak Paus mau Anda mulai keuskupan baru.
He said, when he told me where it was going to be,
Saat dia katakan di mana itu akan berada,
it was completely poverty-stricken. There was nothing there.
tidak ada apa-apa, kosong tempat itu.
It was a jungle.
Itu hutan,
And there was no school, no church or anything.
tidak ada sekolah, gereja, apa.